Hello and welcome to this video training. Would you like to know how to get streams of new dental clients using online marketing systems in as little as 24 hours? Stick with me until the end of this video to learn more and more ways in which you can get clients on demand. My name is Narkisho from Kavenak Digital Solutions, and I help dentists to get new patients using online marketing systems. Well, the traditional marketing systems still exist. And if you talk of radio, if you talk of television, if you talk of newspapers and other forms of marketing, they still exist. But sometimes it's difficult to quantify what has come out of it. Sometimes, let's say, for example, you're advertising through television, you're advertising through a radio, you're advertising through these traditional channels. It's difficult to know which kind of people to target. It's like you're advertising to the mass market. And with the current marketing systems like social media, search, blogs, and websites, it's possible to measure the returns on your investment. You'd exactly know how your advertisement went, the kind of people who are reached, if you're able to target them, and if you're able to measure this in the appropriate way. Let's say, for example, what makes this easy, for example, to get new clients as fast as possible? Many a times, most of the clients, when they're searching for services, let's say they're searching for a dentist nearby. Sometimes, let's say, for example, somebody has had a toothache in a new place that they are don't always at, they're not always at, and they are searching for a new dentist. The first thing that somebody would do is to go and search in Google, search, for example, best dentist near me, and then they would get different results. Let's start most recommended dentist near me. Such are the terms that they are used, and Google will give you the most searched words: local dentist reviews, dentist reviews. So the first thing that somebody would want to do is to do their research to find their services, especially if they don't have somebody in mind, or even if they have somebody in mind, they like to compare notes. They want to see the services that is offered by other dentists. They would go to a Google search. What you'd want to do as a dentist is to make sure that when people search online, they get your website, they get your contacts, and they can access your services. There are lots of things that goes into this. It's about search engine optimization, it's about having reviews online, it's about having a good website. But if you do this right, you can be able to get continuous flow of clients as much as you can. Let's look at some of the things that are currently happening. The traditional brochure-like websites don't work. So many a times in the past, people have said, "Oh, I've built my website, but I'm not getting any visitors." It doesn't mean that if you have a website, then you automatically qualify to get new clients. You have to do a lot of things in your website to make it be able to attract new clients. If you make it just like a brochure, just informing the clients about your services, maybe about us, contact us, the traditional websites that don't work, that won't work. These days, you need to have a website with a clear call to action. If you want, for example, patients when they come to your website, they just make a booking, or maybe they call you. It's important to have that call to action very clear. We look into this as we go ahead. You need to also have a form of lead generation. When visitors come to your website, they don't only need to come to a website and just see the information. Find a way of capturing their information so that when they leave your website, even before taking action, you can be able to follow up with them later. Some of the ways to do this is maybe giving free information, free downloads. One of the ways that most dentists are using nowadays is to offer a free service. Maybe you offer a free teeth cleaning or maybe a subsidized teeth cleaning. You can be able to get new clients into your door and then be able to market your high-end services like dental implants. So you can start with a small offer or a subsidized rate to get these clients into your list, and you can market to them earlier on and you can nurture them for your more advanced services. Of course, the services are very important. The services that you'll offer will help you get reviews. Reviews are like the word of mouth of these days. You get people to say that when I went to this dentist, the kind of service that I got was very good, and others would listen to them and also want to access those similar services. You need to have a form of remarketing on your website. We'll get to see this as an example on a practical website just in the next few minutes. Just stick with me. And you need to have a funnel such that you bring people into the door, they access your basic services, and you qualify them for the more expensive advanced services. Let's say, for example, when somebody searches online for just a minute, I want to go online and search for best dentist in Maryland, just like an example. When you type best dentist in Maryland, you find at the top of the search results in Google, for example, this is one of the most used kind of web search. Google is the most used search engine. So you find this is an advertisement, Maryland Dental Insurance, Shelton and Gibbons. So these are advertisements. But when you come below the advertisements, if there were no advertisements, the first appearance here would be these three websites. It's very important to let your website appear at the top search engines. If you have your dental practice appear up here, it means every time that clients are searching for your services, you'll be found easily without a problem. So you need to have some reviews on your website or in Google Places, and you need to list your business in the Google Places. You need to have a website, you need to list your directions. So if you do this and you have a lot of reviews, you will organically appear here without even paying for that kind of advertisements. So this means as much as these people might be able to get clicks to their websites, so maybe sometimes it's possible to make calls directly on these advertisements, call only ads. You can also be at the top without having to pay for it, but that takes a lot of time. So it does not mean that, for example, sometimes you might find as much as 4 people appearing here. There's so many people competing in your environment, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to try this. Sometimes most of these people are advertising just for the sake of it. They don't know the science that goes into these kinds of advertisement. Let's say I saw this earlier and these guys were advertising. So these two websites are also advertising for their dental services. If you look at this website, for example, the 3 tests that I do to make sure that maybe this website is doing things right is if it is mobile responsive. And this website is not mobile responsive. So despite the fact that they have placed an advertisement on Google and paid for it, probably much money, sometimes they don't get what the results they might achieve, because let's say their client who clicked on the advertisement was on mobile phone. It means they won't be able to see most of the things that they're doing here. The fact that you're seeing this means this website is not mobile friendly. So there are ways of testing that. We can get that into later video presentations, how you can make sure that your website is best suited to run advertisements on. Then, of course, this is the website. It's not responsive, and sometimes when the website is not responsive on mobiles, visitors just leave. So it's like you're wasting your money. And the other thing that this guy has not done right is that there's no retargeting. There's no retargeting. You have to retargeting means you place cookies or pixels on your website such that when somebody has visited your website, you can be able to retarget them later on using Facebook ads. So have you ever gone to a website and when you go to a Facebook page, for example, you meet an advertisement from that similar website and it keeps following you wherever you are, and whether you go to this website, sometimes you find the same advertisements from the same website that you visited sometimes earlier. It's still following you. That's called remarketing or retargeting. We will look further into that as we go along. The other website that has advertised is this one here. It's not mobile optimized. So that means it's difficult. The visitors would find it difficult to access it on a mobile device. So sometimes these advertisements, as much as there are many, they should not deter you from also trying to do your advertisement so long as you do the things right. This one also advertised. This is one of the best ones that I've come across in my testing, and it is mobile responsive. The website is well designed. So if you advertise and lead your visitors to this particular website, there are more higher chances of visitors converting and getting into your funnels, maybe calling you or maybe getting into your email list so that you are able to follow up with them. And they have their social media channels. People would like to see what others are saying about your business, especially your dental practice. They would like to go to your Facebook page. Let's say, let's go to this Facebook page and see what happens. Okay, the Facebook page is loading, but they have also not done retargeting here. You need to retarget your visitors so that, look at it this way, almost 90% of visitors who come to our websites just leave without taking any action. When they leave and you've paid for advertisements, let's say 100 people visit and that's $100, that means you have just wasted $90 if only 10 take action. So for you to be able to follow up on the 90 that are remaining, you need to retarget them to advertise to them later. And let's go to the Facebook page. So let's say, for example, somebody will come to your Facebook page, and when they find that you only have like 400 likes on your page, then they might not want to trust you. If you had like 10,000 likes, 20,000 likes, most likely, if somebody who is new would visit your website and find you have 10,000 followers, would most likely like to do business with you. Let me check if they're running ads on Facebook as well. These days, it's possible to check if a Facebook page is running ads. And yes, they're running ads, but they're missing out a lot. Actually, if I would talk to them, I would tell them that they need to check on the retargeting pixel. They need to connect that pixel on their website as well so that they can retarget those who visit their website but don't take action. So they are advertising here, like you see, these are the kind of advertisements that you can run. Pediatric dentist or league turkey. Okay, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Okay, much may need to be done with this. I think, uh-huh. Then there is this video that they've used to advertise. They were advertising locally for people to get directions to their dentistry. And yeah, so this means these guys are running both Facebook ads and they're also running Google PPC. This is one of the ways that you can get clients as soon as possible. Sometimes when somebody is searching online, they would go straight to this, and should be able to build your website like this. So these guys, it's like they're sending people to Messenger. That means they want people to send message to them, and they also running a Facebook ad for people to like their page. Okay, yeah, that is interesting because I saw the number of likes, just like I was saying it, the number of likes was less. So people might come not to trust you because they think that not so many people like your practice because you have only less than 1,000 likes. So if you have like 10,000, that's what they're trying to achieve here. And if you have not done this in your dental practice, this is something that you need to do as soon as possible. You can do it on your own. Maybe if you would like to contact us to help you do this, we can help you fast track this as soon as possible. Then there's another one for leading people to their practice. You can target with Facebook ads, people just within the location around your dental practice to come to your place. And yeah, so that is it. So you can run Facebook ads, you can run Google PPC to let clients find you. Too much about that. I think those are some of the examples that we have looked at. So you need to have a clear call to action, whether you want people to call you on your website, whether you want people to sign up for a freebie, whether you want people to sign up for free service or something like that. Then you also need to have a form of lead generation on your website. Don't just have a static website. Lead generation, it means you're creating a number of leads. These leads are potential clients, and you need to have reviews both on your social media channels and on your Google places. That's the Google reviews. And even within your website itself, you can also have these reviews. This is the new word of mouth. Then, like I've said before, you need to have a form of remarketing such that when people visit your website, they can also be able, you can also be able to market to them again after they leave without taking a valuable action. Then you need to have a funnel. Let's look at how a funnel looks like in the next slide. So let's say you lead 1,000 people to your website. If you lead 1,000 people to your website, maybe you are offering a freebie, maybe they've downloaded some informational product, and so many people, like 1,000, have logged in, have signed up to your email list, or they have come to visit your website. So there'll be a lot of people you assume will be interested. And when they come to your website, not all of them will end up being valuable clients. Then these leads that have come to your websites become prospects. They've done some tests and they've seen your website, they've looked at your website and maybe looked at the reviews, then they become prospects. After that, they become customers if only they're convinced. If you have social proof, if maybe you have people who've come to your place and they like your services, the reviews and such. So now they become your customers. So out of 1,000 people coming to your website, you might have 10 people become clients. That's the form of a funnel, yes. So you need to fill your funnels with different ways. You can let your people come to your website through blogs. You can let them come to your social media channels, to your video trainings. Let's say what I'm doing right now is something that can bring people to my channel. They want to learn how they can get clients. Like most of the ones who are watching this video, even right now, I believe you've come through my formal funnel, whereby maybe you saw an advertisement, or maybe you saw some of my contents, or maybe you talked to a friend of mine, a friend of yours who is a dentist whom we have served before. So you've visited our website and you found this particular channel and you want to learn how to get your clients online, a continuous stream of clients online. That's the same way you can get your clients even for your dental practice. The same way, the same channel, the way you have found yourself watching this video is the way your clients could also find themselves watching your presentations or visiting your website to see your services, or maybe watching a video on your website. So let's say, for example, you want to bring people to your business, to your website. You can let people in with inbound sales. The customers come to you. This is ideal for high volume low cost services like teeth cleaning or checkup. So if you have a free dental checkup, something like that, you'll have so many people come to your business. But let me tell you from experience that most of these low end services that you offer for free, that bring clients to your door, most of the times these clients end up becoming your clients for the high end services. And let's say you've organized and run a Facebook ads on free checkup. They come for a checkup, they find out they have a problem. Now they have to pay for that service because you are only offering free checkup. Now they have to pay for that particular service if they've been diagnosed to be suffering from something that needs to be worked on. Then you will continuously have a stream of clients in the form of a funnel. That's why you need to create a funnel, not just a website. Most of the times, the traditional advertisements that people have is just, you find somebody's just running an advertisement to the website. So somebody's paying Google PPC to run advertisements to the website, and somebody would complain that, oh, I'm running advertisements, but I'm not getting my return on investment. There's so much more that needs to be done. Your website doesn't need to be just a website, it needs to do a little bit more. And this is how an online marketing system should look like. And I would show you one of the examples of somebody who has done this so well. One of the dentists that we work with has done it so well. There's a lot of content on the website, and this call to action is very clear. So let's say you have your landing page. Landing page is just the first page that your visitors that you drive from your advertisements, the first page they encounter on your website. So maybe in your landing page you have a free consultations or information, and they come from your source of traffic. Maybe you're running keyword ads, maybe you have Facebook ads, you have some lead magnets here. Lead magnet can be the form of, maybe you want to teach them how some basic dental care practices that they download for free. So they come into your funnel, and the moment they download and submit the information, then you can retarget them. You can retarget them by putting pixels on your website. You can retarget as well using Google PPC retargeting ads. So, for example, when somebody visits your landing page, they visit your landing page here and they book a consultation. Maybe you're offering a free consultations. Then you ask them to schedule on the spot. If they schedule on the spot right away, then they go to the consultation page series, or how to prepare for all that kind of consultation, what they will need to do to come to that consultation. Then they finally go for the consultation. If they don't schedule that particular consultation from your landing page, they take them to a series of other emails. Remember, the first encounter, you need to capture the email addresses. You've captured the email addresses or contacts, or maybe through Facebook chats, and now you have a series of communications, maybe emails that continue to contact them on some frequent basis. Maybe using one of the email campaigns like ActiveCampaign, Aweber, GetResponse. So you let them, you communicate to them because they have not taken this action, and until they can now schedule consultation again. You lead them with this series of communication to start a consultation, and then you take them back here. They meet again here. So they meet here, those who took the action immediately, those who took the action after a series of interaction, maybe a series of emails, a series of interactions with other retargeting campaigns. Maybe you run a Facebook ads and you bring them back through a series of articles and whatever, all those kinds of presentations, and they come back on their path to consultation. This is the new way of marketing, and to build this, it's possible to build this. The professionals would help you build this so that you concentrate on your dental practice. And this is the new online marketing system that will help you to get clients on demand. If you do this well, you will continuously get profit. Let me look at a website that has done this well. I noticed two websites that have done this well. One of them is this one that we are working with. So if you come to these websites, they have their services that they're offering. And the first time you come to their website, you are asked to book for make an appointment. And next step, let's click on book, make an appointment, or next step, and see where it is taking us. Yes, so this is taking us to a booking process. So you see, even if your website is online 24 hours, so even if you're not attending to it, people can book appointment on your website, and when you come the following day, you can now check on the appointments that you had, and you can schedule with them and contact them as soon as possible. So that means your website is working for you even as you sleep. You don't necessarily need to have a 24-hour call guys to attend to your calls, but you can let them book a call. Of course, having the calls is also important, but so there's one important thing here. People can make an appointment right on your website. And the other thing that we have here is, this is what we call a lead magnet for your lead generation. 5 reasons why seeing a dentist is so important for your child. This is intended to let you get, especially those pediatric dentists, to get a new patient. Somebody would, of course, be interested in this if they have a child that they would like to bring to you. Probably the reason you're doing this is because you want to attract new clients into your funnel. And you see, if you click on this, it's almost obvious that you're going to sign up. You're going to leave your email address somewhere. If you don't leave your email address somewhere after doing this, see where it comes to. This needs a little bit of improvement, the way I'm seeing it. It needs an improvement. It needs us, instead of contacting us, it should give us a place where we sign up and then we get that particular book, and then we can be able to retarget that particular person. So this is a bug that I think we'll be able to work on with uh, our dentist here. So this is coming to contact us. Of course, somebody will fill the details for you to get that, to download that particular ebook. You'll have to fill your contacts here. So that is one of the things that you'll have in this website. Then as you go down, they talk about some of the dentists that they have in their practice. Then you have the location. You have another lead magnet here to attract needs. The top 10 things you should know before choosing your dentist in Nairobi, Kenya. Of course, this is probably they just want you to choose them. They'll of course market themselves in that particular ebook. Very important. So you have the source of video. People like to watch videos. You can also let them watch a video, of course, with a specific call to action, so that you can get them to meet, to reserve an appointment or do such kind of things. And they also have their social media channels yet to integrate. And this can easily be a funnel, so that you bring people in through downloads, you bring people in through booking an appointment, you make ads, you create ads and let people come to your website through those ads and make appointments as soon as possible. So this is something that can help you get clients on demand. Let's go back to our slides and see. So this is the form of online marketing. There's another example that was also good that I saw here. This one is also good. You see, one different thing that they've done well is that they are remarketing. You see, there's a pixel here, page view. So for everyone who has viewed this page, a cookie is put on their website, on their browser, on their particular device, that you will be able, because of this Facebook pixel that is here, to remarket to them later on. So you know that somebody has visited your website, you can track them, you can track their visitation to other websites and market to them later on. So this website is also good, and they have a video here, and they have subsidized services. You see, this is a way of bringing in new clients. You see, like if these are subsidized, only 69 adult complete checkup, only 39 emergency exam, complimentary consultation for dentures and partials. You see, you can do this and you get into the funnel. There's another good thing that I've done here, and free denture and partial consultations. Your free consultation includes exam and any necessary x-rays. So this is for new patients only. So you see, this is a new way of getting patients. If you minimize this website, and this makes it mobile friendly, you see tap to call here. This is a call to action that is only available on mobile phones. So you should be able to, if you tap this on your mobile phone, you should be able to be calling this number here. So there's a lot of things that are going right for us, that if you're not implementing on your website, or if you don't have a website at all, then you should think of having this kind of services. Let's go back to our slide and see what we have. So you might be asking myself, what does it take to invest in this? Do I need to invest in a website? Do I need to invest on Google Ads? Do I need to invest in Facebook ads? How do I know my return on investment? There's a simple calculation that I've made here, and I would like to go to the calculations that I've made on calculating the return on investment. I want to see, I looked at various services online of dental, all the dental procedures that we have. Then let's say you bring in one client. On average, the average revenue per visit for every dental client is around $400. You can use your calculation on the average. It might be higher, it might be lower than this, but the average that I found out is $400. So we want to calculate the lifetime value. The lifetime value is that how much will this new client bring to you in the period of your relationship with this new client. When you know this, then you can know what to spend on your advertisement. You can know whether you are spending too much or spending enough that you have a good return on investment. So let's say the average is $400, which is the most average for most dentists that we have worked with. And the number of visits in a year is mostly at least twice in a year. So let's say they come twice in a year. So the average number of years that you'll have this client on average is around 4 years or more. Mostly it's more than this, but let us put it conservatively to be 4 years. Then the number of referred clients. The average number of referred clients for a satisfied client is around 5 people. So this one person will refer to at least, in the lifetime of this client, will refer to at least 5 clients. Let's put it minimum. Let's say they refer only 3, maybe. Okay, but let's say 4. Let's say 4. Yeah, but on average it's 5. So that means the lifetime value of one client, even if they don't refer any other client, is $3,200. So if you know that when you bring in a new client, that new client is worth $3,200, how much did you spend to get this new client? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500. So you can look at this when you're rating the services of those digital marketers. Of course, the serious ones who can at least bring you clients. Do you need to know this lifetime value based on your statistics, based on your current clients? So this might differ for every practice, but make sure that you know this value before committing to advertisements, especially on Google PPC or Facebook. Whatever you spend, just know that you should be able to get this. So let's say if you bring in 5 clients, these 5 clients would be worth $16,000. So if there's a service which can bring you in 5 clients in a month, then you can easily pay $10,000 per month for these clients. You can easily spend 10,000 to get 16,000. So what about if you can get 10 clients? If these clients just come without referring anybody else, this is worth 32,000. So if you can get 10 new clients, wouldn't you be willing to pay $20,000 to get 10 new clients every month? Wouldn't you be willing to spend $25,000, $5,000 to bring in these 10 clients because you know their lifetime value is worth 32,000? And if they refer only 4 others, these 10 clients would be worth $128,000. This is how to look at it when you're making your advertisements. Don't look at this $400. If you look at this $400, you might think you're going at a loss, not forgetting that the real life customer value of is 32,000. So think about this as you plan to make your website cost, the cost of your website and everything, the cost of this particular system. On average, for us to build this system in our Kavinak Digital Solutions, we charge around 10,000 to build these systems. I mean, we have this, the number of patients that we'll bring to you is mostly at least 10. At least 10 new clients. So that means if you spend 10,000 with us and you get 10 clients, it's like you've gotten that is 3 times what you've invested in this. But these are only for serious clients. Of course, you need to provide the service as well. And here are some of the things that you need to do to maximize your dental patient's lifetime value. You have to consistently provide quality service. You have to acquire the right patients. So we help you build a system online that will help you to get the right patients. So as we look at this, what if you want to get your new client just in the next 24 hours? What would you have to do? The first thing to do. What I would do is to go and advertise for pay per call on Google PPC. You pay per call. That means you only pay when people call your practice. Let's say there are people who are searching for services, and if someone calls you, that means they really want that service and are willing to start off right away. So the first thing is to organize and do a Google pay per call. That's the number one way of getting your client within 24 hours. The other way is to get uh, your PPC like these ones and set it to a landing page for a sign up. One of the landing pages that we have here is this one. You can run your advertisements to this page, a page like this. Of course, this is a picture of your dental, just a simple page. You don't need a website. You don't need a full website to do this. You may need only a landing page like this. And let's see if you click on this, saying get a $19 teeth cleaning, only 50 vouchers available. So there's some form of emergency here, urgency. There's some form of urgency here, and people would come to this page and sign up. There's nothing else that they need to do. The first thing that they would, for you to come to this page, maybe you advertise on Facebook or Google PPC, then your visitor comes to this page and then they click on there. You see, they have to fill in their details. They have to fill in their details to get this kind of services. At the moment they press on send me my voucher, you already have them in your list. And that's a potential client. That's a lead. When they convert to a client, that means you have a new client. So this is called an online marketing system. And there are lots of things that you can do. If you want to know more about this, just click on the button below this particular video and you'll come to this form. Tell us your full name, your email address, your phone number. Tell us whether you're currently running ads, and tell us your website and Facebook page if you have. If you don't have a Facebook page or a website, just tell us I don't have a website or a Facebook page. We can help you do that. And I'm very sure that we can do this within few days, as long as you have the content that we are looking for. If you do not have a content and you just need clients, the first thing that we will do is just to create a system like this. And when you create a system like this, you instantly have your visitors within 24 hours or less. And for you to have a website, a complete website like this might take a little bit of time, but normally it's just less than a week you can be able to create this. There's so many other ways you can subcontract this, but you need to subcontract to people whom you're sure will do the right thing. People who will integrate all the systems that will be needed, people who will integrate all the email sequences that you need to have. They can integrate all these kinds of campaigns for you. They can run the campaigns if you're not able to run the campaigns on your own. So in short, in summary form, all you need to jumpstart is to start with ads. The current world of digital world is a pay to play. So you can have a pay per call ad, you can run Facebook ads. SEO takes a lot of time, but it can bring you results later on. And you also need to have a form of remarketing. This remarketing maximizing your return on investment. Those people who visit your website, they don't just leave like that. You'll follow them up with future advertisements in an appropriate way, in a professional way. Then you also need to create a funnel. A funnel means to bring in people and you shift them according to interest until you have your paying clients. This will bring me to the end of this presentation, but feel free to contact us in case you need anything. The links are below this video. You can contact us at Kavanagh Digital Solutions, and I wish you the the best and hope that you'll have your first client probably in the next 24 hours or less. Thank you very much.